How are you today? I'm sorry I'm not showing up today. I just heard from news that previous former Japanese prime minister was assassinated, and I'm not feeling too hot today. Okay. Abe ShinSam no majo. We'll talk about this another day. Today we're gonna talk about the difference between beef and pork. Beef and pork, according to this website, both raw pork and raw beef are high in calories, potassium, protein, and saturated fats. In another word, if you never learned this in school, that means they contains much nutrition. And raw pork has more thiamine. However, raw beef contains more vitamin B12. Thiamine is a kind of B vitamin, so is B12. I'll leave the surprise to your biochemistry teacher. So they're both very important. Raw pork has significantly less trans fat than raw beef. That means in this case, raw pork is more healthy. It's healthier than raw beef. So now we're gonna take a look into the details. Protein is that red part, and the fat is that white part. And this raw pork, they're all mixed together. So that means, first of all, raw beef is a lot fatter than raw pork. If you want to lose some weight, you probably would try some lean beef, if possible. Otherwise, pork is a better choice in losing weight than beef. And speaking about vitamins, that is one of the important part. Raw pork has more thiamine. Thiamine is a B vitamin that could be in meat, also could be in a lot of greens. However, raw beef contains more vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, this is something we need to talk about. You will learn a lot about it in biochemistry. I hate biochemistry, but that is very important. Vitamin B12 is not in anywhere, can be found in any plants. Your green, your vegetable, well, very limited amount, but you can find it in that. So if you're usually in a vegan diet or vegetarian diet, you gotta have some beef every so often to keep up with your vitamin B12 intake. Raw pork has significantly less trans fat than raw beef. So here's another point, trans fat. You're gonna learn that in your nutrition class, in your biochemistry class, in your organic chemistry class. Don't forget to take it when you get a chance in college. You need a lot of chemistry to know about your food. So raw pork has significantly less trans fat than raw beef. That means this less trans fat makes pork a very high quality meat. So, is pork or beef healthier? Is pork healthier than beef or vice versa? I would say they're both very important, very nutritious. When you're a vegetarian, usually don't eat a lot of meat. When you see the meat, you should choose the lean beef. But if you're eating meat every day, pork is usually a better choice because it has the nutrition and usually it's way cheaper than New York strip. This is what I can find online about the difference between beef and pork. So if you want to know which one you want to eat, consult it with your own body, whichever you feel more comfortable with. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next week. I love you guys. Bye-bye.